Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you clk 320 problems with the top. The convertible top is not opening. In that case, the convertible top was down and the customer couldn't close the convertible top. So first of all, and I'll show that in a few moments, there is a place, actually let's see if we can go in from here. This is actually the trunk. That's where the spare wheel, the spare tire sits. And if you open the trunk, it's going to be from there. You can't see nothing right now, it's too dark, but let me see if I can open the trunk for you and show you. We'll close the top for a second. I want to show you the place where you release the pressure on the pump. It works on a hydraulic pump, it works on oil. So I want to show you where you okay, let me get the key, hold on. Okay, I opened the trunk. The trunk is now open, and that's what you see from the back. Now there is a place where you release the pressure on the hydraulic pump. Let's see if you can see the hydraulic pump inside. Where is the hydraulic pump? Can't see it from here. It's got to be somewhere there. Hold on, let me get the light. And I'm going to try and show you the hydraulic pump, and then I'll show you how you release the pressure on the hydraulic pump so you can close the top in case you got stuck until you get to a point where you get the technician. There is a screw inside. You see that? Okay, this is the screw. You turn it 2 times to the left, counterclock, and you release the pressure, and then you can close the top. This is in the trunk, and this is basically the hydraulic tank. You can see the line and you can see the oil. The oil is in a good level. It means that there is no leak of oil or anything, and I didn't see any pedals or anything. But this is where the hydraulic tank for the pump is behind that. Now I'm going to change the control unit, the computer basically that tells the windows to open and put down the top. But in case you got stuck and you can't close the top or you can't open the top, that's where you can do it manually. You'll just turn this one 2 times to the left, you release the pressure, and then you can move the roof, the soft top, and then to lock it, you close it back 2 times to the right. So I'm going to remove now this one here. In a few seconds I'll show you where the controller is. After you release the pressure on the hydraulic cylinder, you're going to be able to play with the roof and play with everything else that is being held by the pressure of the hydraulic. So I actually open the back here. Now I'm going to move all the bolts. I start to move all of them basically just with this tool. I prime them first with a ratchet because some of them are hard, like this one here. I'm going to try and show you. See, it doesn't want to open, so you have to prime. This 4 right there you don't have to open, that holds the amplifier. So don't worry about removing them, just remove the ones around the frame so you can take that part out. I'll take it out and show you in a second. This is the part that covers the pump. I'll show you the pump. Remember, these 4 bolts, you don't need to move them out because this is holding the amplifier. You see? Now the amplifier, there is a cord. Whoopa, my coffee. Ooh la la. Alright, got the coffee. Hold on 1 second. Car is in a little slope, so everything is sliding down. But you don't need to move these 4 bolts. Now let me show you the pump. Here's the pump, and here's the control unit. This is what we're going to replace. The control unit is actually controlling the windows, the top, controlling a bunch of different components that if it doesn't work, it's not going to function. This is the pump. Looks, these are solenoids. They open when they get the control. This is actually the part where you put the screw inside to release the pressure. Let me see if I can show you how it looks from here. You see, you put the screwdriver inside. To the left you release the pressure, to the right you tie the pressure. So after we replace that, we're going to tie the pressure, otherwise the hydraulic fluid flows back into the reservoir. This is the reservoir right here. This is the fill top for the reservoir, the hydraulic reservoir, and it looks like it's got enough oil. There's no problem with the oil, but show you the side view of it. This is the top. After I put the top up, open the window at 90 degrees, the back window, open the top cover, the soft top cover, remove that part there that you saw that I took out, and this is the pump. Now we got to the control unit. We're going to be able to replace the control unit, but not before I'm going to disconnect the battery. So I'm going to put the top, this section right here, put it back down, open the trunk, disconnect the battery, and then replace the unit. Okay, so I'll show you in a few moments when the unit is out, or I'll show you a different view from the trunk. Hold on. Okay, I just showed you the control unit. Now let me show you the old control unit, this one. There are 4 bolts that holding it mounted. I just disconnected this one. Basically you just push this one out and it's gonna slide out, and then this section right here latches right there. So when you put it back in, you put this part first and then goes in and you tie that. There are 4 bolts that holding it. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to remove them, take that out. I'll have it out in a second, so hold on. Okay, after you took the four bolts out, you just lift it up and take it out. And that's it. That's the control unit. It's out. I'm going to put the new one and let's see if it works. Hopefully that was the problem. That's what the computer, the star diagnosis, said that the problem is. So I believe that that's what the problem got to be. Maybe it got fried. I'm not sure, but we'll put the new one. We'll see what happens. This is the pump. That was the control unit. We got it out. Now we'll put the new one. Okay, the new control unit, just make sure you got the same part number. Don't use anything that is not the same part number, because it may not work. But you just reverse the same, whatever you did to take it out, you're reversing that to put it back in. Very simple. Let it sit down. Make sure it sits good. Make sure it sits good on all 4 bolts. You take the bolts back, and it's a number 10, by the way. On Mercedes, everything is metric. It's not like Japanese cars or American cars that everything is supposedly standard. I consider metric standard, and standard, I'll consider it weird, because I don't know why they make it so complicated with the different numbers, the 3/4, the 1/2 inch, the 6/18. Just much easier to know number 8, 9, 10. But anyway, Mercedes, most of them are, not most of them, the bolts themselves, if they're not the Star of David, that's, I find it weird by itself, that the Germans that kill so many Jews, yet using in all their cars the Star of David as their bolts and screws. But anyway, let me put that back in, tie that, and we'll connect the wire harness and let's see what happens. Okay, the wire harness is connected. Now to conduct a test to see if it works, let me grab my light. To see if it works, there is a little micro switch right here. That's you got the cover that covers the top here. There is a switch right there that to be able to operate the top, you're gonna have to bypass it. When you're conducting a test, you're gonna have to hold it down somehow, so it tells the controller that the cover is in. So there are a few of them that have to work right. If they don't work right, the top will not close. One of them is also the trunk got to be closed, latched in. This one, this micro switch got to be pushed in. I'm going to connect the battery. I'm going to test it and see if the repair worked. Okay, I started the car, ran the diagnosis on that. The top was opening. Now I'm going to close it. It seems like the problem is fixed. Definitely was the control unit. Everything looks like it's working fine. Now let me try and close it and see what happens. Everything responds. I'll close the door, and now let's close the top. As you can see, the window rolled down, and now we're going to see the top opening, top coming back up. So ladies and gentlemen, the control unit, when it doesn't work, that's what happens. Everything is coming up, and now we're going to latch. You can see that the window, every component is working as it should. The window's going to latch down. It's tight. Now all that's left to do is just tight it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap up everything, close everything back to where it was, and that's the end of the tutorial on control unit. Thank you for watching. Whoops. All right, the installation, just install everything in the reverse order of what you took it out. Hold on, let me get flash so you can see it. Okay, the installation in the reverse order. Don't forget the what you call it, the amplifier. You hook up the amplifier, you gotta put the cover in first like that, and then just put your hands through the holes over here to be able to get to the amplifier. See this one right here. That's the cable. You put it back in. Watch out when you put it in. Let's see. This one is not very tight. Okay, so I'll put that one back in. Then I'll start to cover everything else, and we'll wrap up. So just the installation is in the reverse order of how you took it apart. Good luck.